Y'all, I can't wait for y'all to see this video. This cheesy chicken and rice casserole is off the chain. I mean, it's so super, super good, creamy, cheesy, great. This recipe is really easy for those nights that you just don't have enough time or you just don't feel like watching something very long. Cheesy chicken and rice casserole, super easy, y'all. It's just to put together, put it in a casserole dish, get it in the oven 350 degrees for about an hour and a half, and that's about it. We are going to make homemade cream of chicken soup because we don't know what's in them canned foods. Feel free to use the cans if you would like, if you're in that big a hurry as far as like maybe you're taking it somewhere to a get-together, use the canned soup. But today, for this video and this recipe, we're going to be making some homemade cream of chicken soup to go in this cheesy chicken and rice casserole. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Let's get started, y'all. So we're going to make I have a casserole dish. This is an 8x11 casserole dish. I'm using two large chicken breasts. This is buttered. I just have it buttered. We've got a cup and a half, give or take, cup and a half of long grain rice, Lipton onion soup mix. I got to get some milk. We've got our seasonings and stuff. Now we're going to make the soup first. The chicken, we will season that up in a minute. I'm going to have to go to the stove with the pot. So we're going to do that. We're going to mix up the soup first. So we're going to get our 4 cups of cold milk. 2 cups for this, 2 cups for the to mix with the rice. Just make sure that it's cold milk because you're going to be using the cornstarch. I'll go over that for the soup. So we're going to get 4 cups. And this is going to make 2 cups of the cold milk. It's going to make equal to 10.75 ounce cans of cream of chicken soup. And if you want it a little creamier, then just add a little bit more, and it'll make it a little creamier. You just want to make sure you have enough liquid for the rice to get done. All right, so we're going to go in with 2 cups. Let's see if I don't spill this. Let's see if this pot does have measurements in it. Let's see how close it is. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be pretty close. All right, so it's not quite 2 cups. It's very close to the measurement. So we're going to set that other 2 cups aside. 2 cups cold milk. The water is for the other part. We have 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. Pow. Don't worry about it. If you're fooling with cornstarch, if you're a guy, that's like fooling with Never Seas. I don't know if y'all, if you know what Never Seas is, you put that on bolts, rusty bolts and stuff, and once you touch that stuff, it gets all over you. That's how cornstarch works. Mix that cornstarch together. We're just going to do this in our pot because we're fixing to heat it up. We're just going to bring it to a slow boil, and we're only going to boil it until it thickens up. So get that cornstarch mixed in good. We've got a teaspoon of salt, and this is going to equal 2 cans. We've got 2 teaspoons of my seasoning, which is a little salt, black pepper, granulated garlic, and granulated onion. And we're actually going to use 3 chicken bouillon cubes. I want to make sure that I get enough salt in this. Make sure that we get enough flavor, you know what I mean? So let me set that here. And I've got 3 chicken bouillon cubes. You can use, and this one's missing its, oh, they don't have them. It was all missing the little red thing. So you can use 1 or 2 if you don't want it as salty. I want enough salt for all that rice. So we're going to use 3. We're going to use 3 in this. Get them in there. Get that in the the garbage, and we're gonna add in some some dried parsley for some look. So about a teaspoon or two is fine to give it that look. We're gonna give it a quick mix. And we are going to get this on the stove. I'm gonna start off heating it up kind of slow so we can get them bouillon cubes melted good and mixed in before it starts getting too thick. So I'm gonna put it on about a medium heat. I know y'all can't see me. And we're gonna have to watch it real good because you know that milk will really scald and get try to overboil pretty quick. Now for the rice and the chicken's last, so leave that chicken over there. I've already dried it, washed it, pulled off some of the fat. For this, you basically just mix everything in the pot. So we've got the other 2 cups of milk. We've got a cup of water. I've actually got to stick one more thing in here, y'all. I've got to stick, we're going to put, let me come back real quick. We're going to put 3 tablespoons of butter. I have some softened butter. You could put a little bit more. This is about a half a stick. So I'm just going to put what I had out, and we're just going to set that half a stick of softened butter, because we leave our butter out, into that soup. And let that kind of do its thing, and let that heat up. I had just about forgot the butter. All right, back to what we were doing now. All right, so we're going to season the chicken up, but we're going to use 1 packet of Lipton onion soup mix. We've got 2 cups milk, 1 cup water, 1.5 cups rice, 1 Lipton soup mix that we're going to mix up. I'm just going to use the same whisk so I don't mess up so many dishes, you know. Get that mixed in there good. That's basically all you have for the liquid. And we're going to take and add in about 3/4 of a cup of, I had some green onions left to try to give it a little bit of extra color. I had a few green onions that were chopped that I needed to use. Not many, but a few. And this one's kind of big. Or I thought it was. Looked like it didn't get chopped good. But I'm going to use them up, because we can pick some more. And you can add in whatever you want to this. You can add broccoli. We're going to be having broccoli on the side. Ooh, my mustache itching. And we're going to add in, it calls for 1.5 cups of cheese, and you divide it and use the other half last. I'm going to get some of this. This is mozzarella and cheddar mixed that I grated up. I had made pizza and I had leftover cheddar cheese. So we're going to get us about a handful. So you're looking at about 3/4 of a cup, which is probably pretty close to a good handful, you know, give or take. Give or take a little bit. We'll get that cheese mixed up in there good. And we're going to get the rice in. Now, when I cook my rice, we're going to have enough butter melted in there. And now we're going to add us some seasoning. A little bit. We're not going to go overboard since we're going to have the seasoning in the soup and the chicken bouillon cubes. You will be putting cheese on the top. That'll be after you get it out. As soon as you get it out, sprinkle the other half, which would be another 3/4 of a cup cheese, right on top. Let it melt, so let it sit for about 15 minutes. I'm just going to take, and we're going to season these up with just some, I think I'm going to just use my seasoning. I'm just going to use my mix, since we have the garlicky flavor as it is, so we're going to use my mix for that. We want some coarse black pepper in here with that rice. So give it about a good teaspoon of black pepper. And you could use any kind of seasoning that you want. Just whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat, just use it. All right. Now, once that soup's ready, we're going to mix that soup in with this. So once the soup gets ready, we will mix everything together, pour it in the baking dish. So let's get the soup cooked. All right, so we've got the homemade cream of chicken soup. I don't know if y'all can see it in there. Smells really good. Really, really good. All right, so we're going to mix the cream of soup in with our mixture that's the casserole mixture. All right, so make sure you get it all. Make sure you don't scald it. You can see a little bit of that where it was getting done. So this is no different than taking 2 cans of your favorite brand cream of chicken soup and mixing it in. Except it's homemade and you know what made it. I guess the worst thing that we stuck in here is the Lipton soup mix because, you know, it's more processed, the most processed, let me say that. Everything else, no, I don't know. I don't know about these ostrich chicken breasts, but, you know. Let me put this in the sink, put your little water in it, and put your little soap. That way it's not so hard on you to wash that out. I like to spray them sides down just a little bit. Make that easier on me when I get to washing. All right, so we're gonna get the mixture just mixed up. So now we have soup mixture, rice, all that good stuff. Cheese. Uh-oh, that's my blessed honey. My blessed honey. All right, so once you got everything mixed up into the greased casserole dish, try not to make too big a mess. All the rice. I am gonna stir it in the dish, y'all. Oh, it smells really good. Okay, be careful. She gotta go pick my granddaughter up. You can let them out. All right, so we are gonna stir it. We're gonna give it a little quick stir because you still want that rice not to be like piled up everywhere, if that makes any sense. Shoo, y'all, you should smell this. Wow, it smells so good. Smells amazing. Woo. Woo. All right, now if you don't want to touch the chicken again, woo, old drawer squeaks. Take your tongs and you're just gonna lay it. We're gonna lay one over here on this side. We're gonna lay the opposite way on this side. And just let it just kind of nestle down in there in the oven, 350 degrees. Start checking it at an hour. If you have a meat thermometer, I'm going to be using my thermometer, but you want the rice to get ready and you want the chicken to get done. So when the chicken gets to 160 degrees, or at least 158, so anywhere between 160 165, get it out. Get it out. Add the rest of your cheese on the top while it's sitting out resting for 15 minutes. The cheese will melt. Whole meal. Whole meal that you can take to your next get-together, and it's really, really good, y'all. One pot type of deal, one pan. It's not hard. So let's get it in, and then we'll take a look at it and see what it's like once it gets ready. We are ready to get the aluminum foil off. Let's take a look at it so we can get that last little bit of cheese on, y'all. It cooked for about an hour and 15 minutes. The chicken got to 169 and 170 degrees in one of them. So it was 4 to 5 degrees higher than I wanted it to be, but it was great. It's perfectly fine. It cut with a fork. You could literally cut the whole chicken breast on your plate with a fork. It was super tender still, really juicy. Only thing I had to do was add a little more seasoning on. So let's get the last little bit of our cheese on. 3/4 of a cup on the top or more. You know, just make sure you get everything nice and coated really well. Make sure you get it all covered. That way it looks really good. Whenever you bring that out after it has set for 15 minutes, which is going to use the steam underneath the aluminum foil, is what's going to happen. and it's going to melt the cheese. You don't have to stick it back in the oven. You can put it under the broiler at the very end if you wanted to have a little bit more color on it. But other than that, just make sure you get it coated real good with the cheese, and then get the aluminum foil, tin it on it, and let it sit, do its last little 15 minutes of sitting, and then you'll be good to go. We'll open it up and we'll take a look right before we get ready to serve it. It was really good, y'all, so I hope y'all enjoyed this one and give it a try. Let's let that cheese melt, and we'll come back and take a look at it just as soon as it is. All right, we got it out, y'all. We've got the cheese melted. We've got the last 15 minutes is over. It's still a little warm. Let me pick it up so y'all can kind of see it. I'm gonna let's make it look a little prettier. I want to put a little bit of dried parsley on top. You can use whatever you want just to give it a little green on top to make it look good before you take it to your get together. Is all it's gonna do. Just a little razzle dazzle, and just take a look at it, y'all. This was super good. I mean, really, really good. Look how pretty. It's going to be awesome on the table. Everybody's going to enjoy this meal. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you will invite some family, friends. We're going to get some sides. We're going to do some corn and broccoli with this. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up for my videos. If you enjoyed them, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click that bell notification button, and I hope you'll come back and you'll hang out with me right here at the with the Bickhams kitchen anytime. It's absolutely great. I can't say enough about how easy this dish and how fun it is. The kids are gonna love it. Just come on back, hang out with me, and I just don't know what to say. I hope y'all give this cheesy chicken and rice casserole a dish at your next get together. And I'm Craig with the Bickhams, and I hope to see you on our next video. Y'all come back anytime, hang out with me, and check out. And don't forget, I'll have videos coming out every Tuesday and Saturday. And we love y'all here at With the Bickhams, and we'll see you on our next video.